Hey everyone, and welcome back to day 11 of Vlogmas 2018. Today we're going back in time to 2016 for my very first day of uni. A little backstory behind how I got to being an AUT. So to keep it short and simple, I passed the first 3 years of high school really easily, didn't find it challenging. Level 2, I passed by 1 credit, so marginally got through there. And then we came to level 3 of NCEA, year 13, and I found it so difficult I wanted to quit at the end of the first term. But I stayed on, got to go to the ball. Maybe I'll do a story time about that one day. And when I graduated, I was so happy I'd made it through high school. Spent a very agonizing month waiting for my results. Or was it 2 months? I think it was 2 months. No, it was 1 month. I'm getting university and high school mixed up here. Very agonizing wait. Only to find that I had missed out on university entrance by 2 credits and failed level 3 by 1 credit. And so of course that meant I'd lost my provisional place in Bachelor of Business, and I was so bummed. Then one day I was in the mall and I saw an advertisement for NZMA, called them up, had an interview, basically got accepted on the spot for their retail course. And the very same day that I came home from NZMA, I found a message from AUT saying that they were still considering my acceptance. So I was like, okay, this complicates things a bit. And I talked to my family and talked to friends, waited for AUT. And of course I got a offered place in the certificate for that semester, certificate of business, and providing I passed that, entry into the bachelor the next semester. So of course I was like, bye Felicia to NZMA. I know I said it very respectfully. I was like, hey guys, AUT has accepted me, so I'm just gonna have to back out of this one, sorry. And they were fine with that. So I hit accept and got my student ID and all that fun stuff. And then we came to the first day of uni. So, day 1. A few days beforehand, Tracy called me up and was talking. We found out that we had the same orientation day. And I was like, oh, do you want to go together then? And yeah, we were really excited about that. So we picked her up that day. I was terrified because it was the first time on the train without my mother since my heart stint. And dear Tracy spent a lot of time trying to keep me distracted, which was nice. We had a lot of laughter. Once we were off the train, we went down onto the wharf and had a look at that. We vlogged. I believe we said something about the early morning not so sunrise, and hello everybody, we are down by the wharf. I still remember those moments very vividly. But after that we went to Starbucks. I didn't drink coffee at the time, so I had a hot chocolate, and I don't remember what she had to drink, but I know that she had an apricot chicken salad for breakfast. I remember the random little things that shouldn't matter, but are fun. Anyway, so yeah, we had that. I got hot chocolate on my glasses. And there were no open bathrooms around except for AUT. So we were like, oh yeah, let's just go now. And I puffed my way up the stairs like that. You can see it. And we showed each other's outfits up by the back of the art gallery. I still love Tracy's dress from that day. She called my socks silly. And then we went through Albert Park across the road to AUT. I was gripping her hand like there was no tomorrow. So we get up there and, you know, scan our little registration tickets. Got into lines and got officially welcomed to AUT. And then they took us off in our little groups, gave us kind of a mini tour of that area, and then played some icebreaker games so that we would know some people from uni. That was really fun. I can't remember what games we played, but I know that my group won both times. And then he, you know, our group leader asked if we had any questions. So we asked those. I believe I asked, how were we supposed to get from one building to another if one class ended at 12 and another one started? And so that was when he explained that before 12 o'clock they start on the hour or on the half hour or whatever. So like if you had a class at 8, it starts at 8, and after 12 it's 10 minutes after that. So if you had one at say 1, it would be 1:10, and that was so that everyone had time to go from this building to that building. And I was very relieved to have an answer to that because I'd been worried about it. Then a bell rang and we went, I think it was a bell or something, and we went upstairs and looked out over everyone. Some people were downstairs, my group was up, and we had a message from the leader of the student commission and student association and then a message from Derek McCormick, the vice chancellor, and then we were sent off to various orientation activities like setting up our passwords, and there was an info session if you were doing the certificate or if you were doing the bachelor. Like, you know, they had specific ones at specific times, but if you weren't going to that, you could, goodbye, set up your password or take a tour. The tour part was fun. I'm going to make a separate video about that, but basically I was the Gandalf. You know, nobody could get behind me. Everyone had to be in front. I was the Polo. You know, Marco Polo. I'd volunteered to do that, so I enjoyed being in that role very much. Because it was like, well, you can't get past here. And they all thanked me at the end, which was fun. I hung out at lunch with some of the people that I've met that were doing the course with me. There's a guy called Ants. Hi Ants. I haven't seen you in ages. Hope you're doing well. There's a guy called Jerome, I think. And a couple of others. Robert, maybe? I hung out with a bunch of guys that day. It was fun. Then Tracy called me about 2:30 and said, hey, I want to go home. She didn't say it like that, but she was like, hey, I think it's time to go home. And I had nothing else to do, so we just decided to go home. Yeah, that was my first day of uni. I must say it was a long time ago, so I'm amazed I remembered that much. Now I'm going into my 4th and final year, and I will be graduating in December next year. Yay! Finally! It's been a long time coming. So, yeah, grace and peace to you all, and I'll see you for day 12.